Hello everyone and welcome to our Phase 2 video presentation. Our program is called the Imposter Summit, and so right off the bat what we're going to do is we're going to sign up a couple of users. The first one is going to be an attendee, let's call him attendee 1, and I'm going to take this time to demonstrate the feature that we implemented, which is a password checker. So let's just say I put in the letter P for my password and I click sign up. I'm greeted with this message and it's telling me that my password is weak and I need to make sure that I have at least 8 to 20 characters, at least one uppercase, one lowercase, and one number. Alright, so let's just say I did password with a capital P 123 and I didn't put a symbol. Then it's going to tell me that my password strength is medium and it's going to allow me to sign up. And notice how each time we create a user, it's writing to the login information text file. So it's going to store the username, the password, and the type of user. So this is going to help us keep track of which types of users are signed up and which usernames are taken and the passwords for the corresponding users. Let's go ahead and sign up another attendee. Let's call him attendee 2. And this time we'll do password, capital P, 123, and let's add a dollar symbol. Attendee, sign up, and it's going to tell me that I have a strong password. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to sign up one more account, and this time we're going to make the user an organizer. Let's call him organizer 1. Password, let's change it up this time. Organizer with a capital O, 456, and the percent symbol. Let's change this to organizer, sign up. So we're asked for the organizer code, and let's just say I put in an incorrect code. It's going to tell me it's invalid. So the actual code is Among Us, capital A, capital U, okay? And we got a strong password. Okay, so organizers have the ability to create accounts inside their main menu. This option isn't available for other users. What we're going to do is we're going to create 3 accounts. We're going to make one VIP user. Password will do VIP in all caps, user lowercase, 456, and the star symbol. VIP attendee, create. We got a strong password, and we're going to create 2 speaker accounts. Speaker 1, let's do speaker with a capital S, hashtag 77. Let's create one more speaker account. Speaker 2, password, speaker capital S, the percent symbol, 99. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into the contacts of organizer 1, and since we haven't added anyone to our contacts list, it's empty. So let's go ahead and add attendee 1 and attendee 2. And let's say I wanted to put in a username that doesn't actually exist. So let's say user. It's gonna give me this message. User does not exist or is already in your contacts. In this case, the user does not exist. So let's go ahead and add attendee 2. And we also have the ability to interact with these users straight from the contacts page. So I can completely get rid of this user, remove. And here, well, I haven't had any messages with this attendee. So when I go to view messages, I don't have any messages that I received from this user. But we'll see that this will change in a second. So Let's actually go back to contacts, click on attendee 1, and send this user a message. Let's send him 2 messages. Hi, and how are you? All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to log in as attendee 1, the user that received the 2 messages. All right. And now if I go to contacts, you'll notice that organizer 1 is here. Since organizer 1 added attendee 1 to their contacts list, organizer 1 will automatically be added to attendee 1's contact list. We have a mutual connection over here. And if I click view messages, I can see the 2 messages that were sent. And it'll show me the user that sent it, the content of the message, and when it was sent. So the first message is over here, second message is over here. I can also go into my inbox and I can see the individual messages here. What I can do is I can select a message and it will turn shaded, and this is the indication that a message is read, and if it's not shaded, it means it's unread. So this was the first message. I can read the second one, it will turn shaded. And I can also click this icon over here, and it's going to ask me, do you want to view all your received messages from this sender? Okay. And it's going to show me all the received messages, which are just these 2, hi and how are you. I can also select a message, click unread, and it will mark it as unread. I can click this message and I can archive this. And if I click this icon over here, it'll show up in my archives. If I select it, I can unarchive it and bring it back. And it will appear over here. How are you? I can also delete a message. It will disappear from my inbox and it won't appear in my archive either. It'll just get deleted. And that's it for the messaging functionalities. What we're going to do next is we're going to log in again as organizer 1. And we're going to go to the events menu. And it's asking me, where would I like to go? Attend events or manage events? So in this case, we're going to go to manage events because we're going to create 3 events. So let's add an event. It's going to bring me to this menu. Event name. Let's call it New Year's Party. And here, if I want, I can select a speaker, and this message over here is saying that I can hold control to select multiple speakers. So if I hold control and select speaker 2, both of the speakers will be selected. And I can have no speakers at all. So we're going to stick with this for now. Room name, let's say room 101, capacity 100, day January 1st, 2021. Start time 9 a.m. End time noon. And let's make this one a VIP only event. Alright, let's add this event. It says successfully added. And it's going to appear over here. This is the event that we just created. Let's add 2 more events. This time let's make them regular. And let's add a speaker for this one. Let's say room 201, capacity 20, day, let's make this March 1st, 2021. Start time, let's say 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. And yep, so this is a regular event. Add, okay, it's gonna appear over here. Let's add one more event, call it event 2. This time let's select 2 speakers. Room 301, capacity 80. Let's make this December 30th, 2020. Start time is going to be 11 a.m. End time is going to be 2 p.m. So let's make it a regular event. Add event. Okay. Back. So we have our 3 events over here. And it's also going to, once we, oops, sorry about that. Once we log out, it's going to write to the event list info file. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sort these events. So I'm given the option to sort by date or by speaker. So let's say I want to sort by speaker first. We'll select speaker 1, sort. If I go back, it's going to show me all the events that speaker 1 is speaking at. So remember how New Year's party didn't have any speakers? That's why it doesn't show up. I can also sort it by date. So let's say I select January 1st, 2021, sort. It's going to show me the New Year's party because this is the only event that's happening on January 1st, 2021. Alright, so this time let's go into the attend events menu, and we have this menu over here. So what I can do is I can sign up for an event, okay, and it's going to appear in your events over here. So this is the New Year's party. It's going to show me the room, the speakers. Since there are no speakers, that's not going to show any. And if I wanted to sign up for this event again, it's going to say that this event is either restricted or conflicts with your signed up events. And obviously, since we just signed up for it, we can't sign up for it again. But we can sign up for event 1. And we can also sign up for event 2. And what I can do is, let's say I can't make event 2 for whatever reason, I can cancel it. It's going to say event canceled, and it's not going to show up in my list of events anymore. All right? And so now the only 2 events that we're signed up for are the New Year's party and event 1. Now, since we signed up for event 1, here, what we can do is, if I wanted to edit this event and change the capacity, since I'm already signed up for it, I can't change it to 0 because there's already a user attending this event. It's going to tell me, please enter a number greater than the current capacity. So if I did 10, it's going to change the capacity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out, and it's going to write to the file. So the first one was a VIP event, which is why there's this V. And then the second 2 were regular events. It's going to show the name of the event event 1, event 2, and the New Year's party. The room, speaker 1 and speaker 1 and speaker 2 are speaking for these two events. But here, notice how there's no speaker speaking at the New Year's party. This is the organizer that created the event. The capacity here is 100. Event 1, since we changed it to 10, it's now 10. Here the capacity is 80. And this is the date and the time of the start time and start date. And this is when it ends. Over here. And then these are the users that are attending the event. Alright. And let's say I wanted to log in as attendee 1. Okay? And I go to events. I'm going to see these events now because they've been created by organizer 1. If I sign up for New Year's party, it's going to say you cannot sign up for this event since it's either restricted or conflicts with your signed up events. And the reason why this message popped up is because remember how attendee 1 is a normal attendee? This event is just for VIP users. So normal attendees can't sign up for this event. But what we can sign up for is event 1 and event 2. Alright, now that we're signed up in these two events, we're going to log out and we're going to log in as the organizer. Alright, if I go to events, manage events, let's say I want to broadcast to a specific event. So let's say I want to broadcast to event 1. Now remember how attendee 1 signed up for event 1 earlier? What we can do is, if I broadcast, enter the content, let's say hi. If I send this message, it's going to send it to each and every attendee that is attending event 1. So if I log out and log back in as attendee 1, if I go to my inbox, I'm going to notice this message over here, the unread message. Hi, how is everyone? Sent by organizer 1, and it was sent just now. So what I can do is I can reply to this message. I can say, it's going to send it successfully. And then if I log in, I'm going to see that attendee 1 has replied to my message. And it's going to say, hey, I'm great, which is the content of the message, and when it was sent. And of course, the user that sent it. Now, speakers, they also have the ability to broadcast to events that they're speaking at. So if I log in and I go to events, I can see the two that I'm speaking at. So let's say I want to broadcast to this event. I can do the same thing. And then attendee 1 is going to receive the message since they were signed up for it. All right. And that is it for the Imposter Summit. I hope you enjoyed.